Hi, you guys. It is Thursday, March 19th, 2015. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 43. Faux show. You can find the show notes for this podcast on Knit and Purl, P-E-A-R-L, Doris.blogspot.com. In social media, I am One Fine Cowl on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design, which is the number one, on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all smooshed together on Instagram. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl Podcast group, and we are staying steady at 74 members, and I'm very thankful and happy for all of you. And before I go any further, I just want to say, if you are new to this podcast, thank you for dropping by. Grab a beverage of choice and you're crafting and enjoy. If you find anything of interest and entertaining or inspirational, go right over here and click that red subscribe button. And go on the other side and click that thumbs up button. And I would thank you very much. If you're returning, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your continued support and watching and thumbsing up and commenting. Thank you so much. The Ravelry group, birthday shout outs this week. We have one who is Joanne Spring. Her birthday is today. Happy birthday, Joanne. Joanne is from the Knit Spin Farm podcast and Etsy shop. Happy birthday, Joanne. YouTube, we have a steady 213 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching, for thumbsing up, for commenting. Thank you to the Ravelry group for helping me keep everything together and running smoothly. Thank you for your comments and your continued support and participation. Thank you so much. This podcast group also has a March, K-A-L, knit along, which is the Knit What You Love knit along. The rules for this is that you must be a member of the group to qualify for prizes. Projects need to be started on March 1st or after and finished by March 31st. One entry per person. And you must explain, in the post why you love it. Chatter is welcome and encouraged in this thread. Have fun with your happy knitting. The prize is a $6 giftable pattern from Ravelry. And begin. So far we have still just 3.5 projects completed and posted. Okay, so that's all of the administration. Stash enhancement this week. There is a few things. The first thing is I was enabled by Linda from the Knitworthy podcast. I was watching her podcast Monday, I believe, their podcast, the Knitworthy podcast. And Linda, the mother, was knitting a raspberry cordial, which is a shawl pattern from Tanya Marie, who is the Sampler Girl and has the Sampler Girl podcast. If you watch her, you've seen this. And I want it, and I want to knit it. So there's a picture that is on the Ravelry pattern page. Is that gorgeous? I have a reminder in my phone to go by the Meyer house tomorrow to scope out some yarn for this because I want to get it on the needles. Also, Friday was payday for me. I got some more needles. I got some more of the Dreams. This is a 7-inch, a US 7, 4.5 millimeter, 40-inch circular fixed needle. And I'm so happy. Ricky hat, probably soon. So, story of the week, there's not really much of a story this week. I've been busy finishing objects. I am staying on track with my eating plan, but I still haven't really got into the exercise part, which I know I need to be into. I haven't got it together yet. I worked out Monday, did an interval on the elliptical, and I did really well. My knee was fine Monday, but Tuesday it was sore, so I didn't want to work out, and then I was going to go to the gym yesterday, and then on the way home I remembered I had an eyeglass appointment and I had a few things I needed to do, I wanted to do at home, and so I didn't get to the gym. And tonight is podcast night, and so maybe I'll do some weight training after this. Go downstairs and get my weights and get my thigh master and do something anyway. So the health pearls this week, I have been having eating blahs, food blahs. You know, when you start to, focus on your good eating, healthy eating, you seem to eat the same things over and over again, and you get the blahs. So the hints and tips this week don't come from anybody in specific, but just things that hints from me in my mind and what I've heard before. We need to find some new light recipes, number 1. And number 2, don't be afraid of spices. Just be careful about the salt. Mrs. Dash has a lot of really good flavors and varieties to choose from that really work well in helping to add a little flavor and taste to your food. Also, I tend to cook for the family and then cook something else for me. But say you have a Taco Tuesday, it's okay to join in. What you need to do is make yours a salad. Eat the vegetables, the lettuce, the onions, tomatoes, whatever you do on your taco. Have some of the meat, a little, maybe a half of a serving or a serving of the meat, and a little cheese, and the salsa is okay. Skip the sour cream and just eat one shell as part of the salad, and that's way under 500 calories for a meal. So you can join in. You can figure out ways to make the meal that you're cooking for your family also something that is low in calories that you could also consume. Also, another tip is get a Fitness Pal or some form of fitness diet app for your smartphones. Almost everybody has a smartphone. I wanted to show you mine. I think it's going to be easier to show it on my iPad. I have what's called Fat Secret. It's an app, but you can also type in fatsecret.com and just do it on the internet. It's just an app to help you. Here it is, right there. Right there is Fat Secret. It's a little keyhole thing, and you can go in and you can track your calories. I want to hide my current weight, so sorry. Home. Here's what the page looks like. I've had 861 calories today so far. They say at 2,000 calories, but I try to stay away from that 2,000 calories as much as possible. So you can enter your exercise and your food. They have a big database of food and the calories. Exercise. I add in like driving, walking, at work, desk work. It calculates all those calories that you burn throughout the day that you don't think about, but it counts. So but it always includes the 16 hours resting and sleeping calories that you burn. So it estimates your calories that you burn every day, and it gives you a calculated losses and stuff. There's a couple days I didn't pay, but it tells you, whether or not, you're in a good place. You're in a good place if you have minuses here, that you burn more calories than you consumed. That is called weight loss. So this is just one. And also, if you go to the home page, on the bottom of this one, there's like recipes. You can look up recipes on this app. So good idea to help track your calories. And it doesn't hurt to have a journal. If you don't have the capability to have an app, journal, write down your food, keep track of what you're eating. That helps you be accountable to you. That's all of the food thing. Another thing, as we're going through this time of trying to do better and be better, healthy wise, take care of you too. Take care of your skin. Pay attention to your grooming. Sometimes when we're, in that place of gaining weight, we don't treat ourselves very well. So pay attention to it. Do your hair. Get your nails done or do them yourself, because these are things that will help you start to feel better about yourself and might help you stay on track. Okay, that is my health pearls for this week. It's been 12 minutes. Shall we get to the knitting? Okay. Finished objects. I have a lot of finished objects. We'll start with this lovely cowl, which is my hand spun cowl, my design, knit from Universal Yarn, Shade Frenzy in the colorway Thrill Ride. This one, although variegated, I believe worked really well with the texturing in this pattern. Love it, love it, love it. It is knit on US 9s, 5.5 millimeter, 24-inch circular. This yarn is 70% acrylic, 30% wool. And I want to mention at this time, as showing my cowl, I'm going to make the pattern live tonight in my Etsy store for sale. If you have time and the ability, click on the link, go to the store, and show some love to my new adventure of putting my design out there. I would so appreciate it. Go over there, click the heart button, favorite it. That would make me so happy, and I would thank you so much. Okay. Enough shameless self-promotion. The next item is this hat that I was knitting last week. This is for a donation charity thing. This is called the LW2922 Team Spirit Hat. It is knit out of Red Heart Team Spirit black and gold on a 7-inch US 7 4.5 millimeter Addi Turbo 40-inch circular. I did it magic loop. I think this is a really, really great pattern. You could always knit it out of something besides Red Heart Super Saver. And I love the little ear flaps and how the color. I mean, I didn't even do this on purpose. One's gold, One's black and it has this cute little braided tassel thing. So cute, I like. It's a really nice pattern. You could probably find the pattern on the redheart.com. So I found my pattern on the tag on the label, on the back of the label, on the yarn. So I will be knitting this hat again because I think it's really cute. It's easy to knit. It's easy to put together. Very simple. There you go. This is going to be hopefully mailed by Monday, so it will be there for the silent auction on the 29th. Also, this is something else that I knitted. It's just a simple ruffle scarf. Ruffle scarf. These are just fun. I just love it. They're easy to knit, but you know, they're fun. Anyway, you can wear it a whole bunch of different ways. But it's black and gold. Team colors. This also, the yarn is called Red Heart Boutique Sachet Team Spirit. And I knit this on US 13 straights, 9mm. Straights. Like I said, the pattern is also on its label. Did I save the thing? I don't know what I did with it. Here it is. Here it is. Here's the label. And the pattern, it's called a Ready Set Ruffle Scarf, and the pattern is on the back. If you're at all interested, like I said, these are just kind of fun, fast. I started this, I finished that hat Saturday. I think I started this Sunday or Monday, and I finished it last night. It's very simple. The funny thing about this pattern, though, is I started knitting these before I learned how to continental knit and before I learned how to knit a true left-handed knit. I can't figure out how to do it true left-handed, so I still knit this right-handed and knit in the back loop like I always did for hundreds of years. You know, before I learned to continental knit. I have only been continental knitting since early 2014. So, wow. Anyway, going to charity for the silent auction. So I'm also going to try to make a few pieces of jewelry over the weekend to also send. So that's that. I'm going to flash, because this is also a finished object. Okay, this doesn't have my pattern. I'll show you the back page. It's also a finished object. I'm so proud of it. I'm sorry. And lastly, I finished spinning the Malabrigo Noob, the colorway Bea Electric, and there it is, thick and thin. But this is the first Malabrigo Noob, which is 100% pure. Why can't I even say the word? Merino wool. All of the other ones were not this good. I think the last one I spun, I had like 10 breaks during the spinning process. This one I had maybe 2, maybe 3. So all in all, it turned out really well. That is really not the true color. It's not that bright, but I love it. What it's going to be, I don't know. Let me see if I bring it over here closer to this light, if it would be truer. No, it's not that bright. It's not quite that bright. I mean, it's not that dark. It's a lighter color than that. Anyway, I finished it. Happy. This was a Christmas gift. Thank you, Melissa. I'm a purple and pink girl. Okay. I told you it was a faux show. That was a lot of finished objects. So that means I only have 2 or 3 whips. So I'm still working. I don't know how much progress I got on my Hitchhiker. Which I am knitting for another group knit along. A Martina Bem knit along. Shame on me, I can't remember the name of the group. I just joined it. Sorry. Life has been hectic. So, the Hitchhiker is a bot pattern on Ravelry by Martina Bem. I am knitting with worsted weight yarn. It normally calls for fingering. I'm using Red Heart Super Saver. The color is Bright Mix. I love it. This is not a really bad Red Heart Super Saver. It's like nice. It's not too hard. It's nice. I like it. I like the color. I like the way this is. I love the color, I should say, because I love it. When I knit on it, I'm so happy. But things have been busy, so I haven't knit on it much. This is where I was, can you see it? Last week. So I've gotten 2, almost 3 teeth done, which means I have a total of, there's 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 teeth done. I think it's going to be nice. It's going to be a nice shawlette. Very happy with it. Did I tell you the needles? I'm knitting on US 10 6mm because I wanted the drapiness, which is my Addy Turbos, and it is living in the Birthday Girls Knit Spin Farm bag, and oh Lord, I gotta eat. There it is. Let me put it back in here and move on to the next thing. So my finished objects all obviously got the most love this week. This got some, but not a lot. My socks. I just barely started the ribbing. Second sock. I just barely cast this on, I think, Tuesday night. So I was determined yesterday to finish the ruffle, scarf, and I finished the cowl, I think. I don't know. I just got it out off the blocking wires last night, and took pictures and all of that. Anyway, the sock is a vanilla sock, my pattern. The yarn is Soft Like Kittens noodle sock. This is a New Zealand dyer who does not dye anymore on a regular. I don't know if she said she might. start dyeing again occasionally. But anyway, the color is Rhubarb Stock. I'm knitting at Magic Loop on 2.75 US 2 carbons. What else? I usually do, this is the other sock, the Fish Lips Kiss Heel, which is a bot pattern, a $1 pattern on Ravelry by the Sock Therapist. Recommend the heel. And then I just do the normal toe shaping. So, just barely got started. But I did get started. No second sock syndrome. I'll figure that out later. You don't need to see the podcaster unwinding. Okay, here's the label for the Soft Light Kittens noodle sock. I love it. I made my foraging mittens out of that. The last thing that lives up here is the pouch, the crochet pouch out of the leftover Leading Man Fiber Arts You Betcha that I hand spun. So there's just a little bit more to go. And then I'll probably put a flap on it. Maybe a fancy button. That's crochet. I just did, so many chains and then just in the round, crocheted around. Spinning. I started, sorry, I'm going out of frame. I started, so this is attached to the wheel, some new fiber spinning. That's what it looks like. It's more of a rustic. Here's the label. It is Kramer Yarns Mock Chunky. It's funny they call it Mock Chunky because mine doesn't spin up chunky. So it is at 60% New Zealand wool and 40% domestic, and this is just a roving. I believe it's 4 ounces, but I'm not for sure. There's nothing on here that says it's 4 ounces. And I need to get batteries for my digital scale so I can measure it soonish. So it's kind of like a gray. Yeah, it's gray. A light gray. Little marbled. So I just started this last night. Just barely started it. So that is that. I'm looking around and I think that is all except for Pinterest and Stumble. So Pinterest this week, and I was able to link most everything, so you'll be able to go to the Blogspot show notes and click if you're interested in seeing the full page. Pinterest is interesting. 12 body hacks that will make your life easier. And these are, it says, according to the Cowl thread, you may be underestimating your body's power to heal itself. These tips could help you exist to your full potential. And there's a graph. Number 1. And these are just things that you can do if you have certain ailments. It says, if you have an itch in your throat, scratch your ear. If you have an itch in your throat, scratch your ear. The reason, it says, when the nerves of the ear get stimulated, they create a reflex in the throat that causes a muscle spasm, which causes the itch. So if you're itching your throat, scratch your ear. It says it works. I don't know. There's a source to click on. Number 2, If you have trouble hearing someone at a party or on the phone, use your right ear. It says that it's better to pick up rapid speech, but the left ear is better for picking up music tones. An alternative to that one is push down on the little flap of cartilage in your ear and lean in. So here's a picture. This little flap. You're supposed to push it back slightly and lean in to listen. To me, when I push that back, it feels like it closes off my ear. I don't know. Number 4, next time the doctor's going to give you an injection, cough as the needle is going in. It says coughing causes a sudden temporary raise in pressure in the chest, inhibiting the pain-conducting work of the spinal cord, leading to a pain-free injection. Number 5, clear a stuffed nose or relieve sinus pressure by pushing your tongue against the roof of your mouth, then press a finger between your eyebrows. And it shows inflamed membranes that you're pushing against. It says this causes the vomer bone to rock, which loosens your congestion and clears you up. After 20 seconds, you'll feel your sinuses start to drain. And so there's a picture. You might want to try it. Number 6, if you ate a big meal and you're feeling full as you go to sleep, lay on your left side. It says that it will prevent acid reflux because if you lay on your left side, your stomach is lower than your esophagus, then your gases won't go back up. Also, they don't encourage you going to sleep on an empty stomach. You should wait for 2 to 3 hours before going to sleep. So, number 7, when you accidentally singe your finger on the stove, clean the skin and apply light pressure with the finger pads of the unmarred hand. It says this way ice will soothe the pain more quickly. So if you singe your fingers, use wherever you've singed it, use the pads of your fingers. Like if you singe here and give light pressure, then it will help the ice to help relieve. I don't know. I didn't write these. This is from BuzzFeed Life. Links in the show notes. Number 8, if you get all messed up on liquor and the room starts spinning, put your hand on something stable. The reason: alcohol dilutes the blood in the part of your ear called the cupula, which regulates balance. Putting your hand on something stable gives your brain another reference point. The tactile input from the stable object gives your brain a second option, and you feel more balanced. Because the nerves in the hand are so sensitive, this works better than the conventional foot on the floor wisdom. Okay, number 9. Nervous? Slow your heart rate down by blowing on your thumb. It says, since the thumb has a pulse of its own, if you can calm it down, you're eventually calming the heart down. Effectively calming the heart down. So, next time you're nervous and your heart is racing, blow on your thumb. Number 10. You can prevent brain freeze by pressing your tongue flat against the roof of your mouth, covering as much surface area as possible. And the reasoning, brain freeze happens because the nerves on the roof of your mouth get extremely cold. If your brain thinks the whole body is cold, so the brain thinks the whole body is cold. It compensates by overheating, which causes the head to hurt. By warming up the roof of your mouth, you'll chill your brain freeze and feel better. Number 11. It says force yourself to work out for just 5 minutes every day. No matter how bad you feel, promise yourself to go to the gym, but you only have to work out for 5 minutes. If you're really miserable after those 5 minutes, let yourself leave. Usually once you start moving, you'll want to move more. You'll want to keep moving. Okay, I understand. You only have to go 5 minutes. Okay. Darn it, I thought it was something good, like you only had to exercise 5 minutes. Number 12, and finally, always drink a glass of water before eating. It's easier to confuse hunger with thirst. Staying hydrated before a meal can prevent you from overeating. Okay. That's Pinterest. So I stumbled across a article from that's kind of links into last week's Health Pearl likes. It is what your cravings could be telling you. So, the stumble is what your cravings could be telling you, and there's a link, and it is by healthcentral.com, Daily Dose, and it's loading. Sorry. For some reason, it's choosing to load slowly. Oh, come on. Sorry. Let me try my phone, see if I can get it up faster. For some reason, it's when I need it to hurry up, it's slowing down. It's not even coming up. Okay. Likes. Okay. It came up faster on my phone. But what are you doing? Oh, wait a minute. Let me do this. Nope. Okay. So, I recommend looking at this because all of us sometimes have cravings that could be a sign that your body is lacking something. You know, for pregnant people, they always said when you crave something, you should eat it because, you know, your body might be... Anyway, here's what it looks like. What your cravings could be telling you. And so if you're craving... I'm just going to read a little bit of this. If you're interested, you can go to the website and look. It says, if you're craving sweets, your body may need carbon, phosphorus, tryptophan, chromium, or sulfa. It says, there's more information, but I'm telling you what it says. It says fill up on fresh fruits, cheeses, sweet potato, or broccoli. If you're craving carbs, your body might be needing nitrogen or serotonin. And it says to fill up on salmon, almonds, turkey burger lagoons. Let me try to see where you can see it. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Okay, anyway. It's doing crazy stuff for me. It's not staying. So, anyway, this just kind of gives you an idea. You can see the page. It goes through different things. If you're craving carbs, you're craving fried food, caffeine, salty, and it gives you what you should eat rather than eating like the fried chicken, healthier options. I think we've had enough. Anyway, that's it. You can go to the show notes and link it to read it all, and I recommend it because it, especially if you have a certain craving that you're not satisfied unless you get that craving. So, that is all for the show. Thank you so much for watching, for subscribing, for thumbsing up. Also, if you have time, and if you would, go click on the link to my Etsy page and go over and give my new pattern some love, and I would appreciate you so much if you would. I'm not asking you to go and buy it. I'm asking you to go there and favorite it. Just so, it helps. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I will see you next week. Bye, you guys.